Okie dokie, we are back. Look at my hat. Like I don't look too crazy right now, do I? It has been a good day. It's currently 10:29 p.m. What am I doing up so late, Brady? I'm kind of feeling exhausted a bit, but I'm in a talkative mood. Talked with my mom for like 2.5 hours, which was a lot. Talked to my therapist, but she works at the place I live right now, and she's been nice to talk to for the last like I don't know hour. So it's been a nice social day. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. And they left. Or did they leave? I don't know. On TikTok Studio, it doesn't always tell me, so I'm going to go on my phone. And let's go here to live, monitor live. And there is 0 people. It might be too late on a weekend. I don't know. We'll see what we get. If anything, I'll just be on for half an hour until I get really exhausted. We'll see. Not sure how I'm going to feel. What's up, Peaky Blinders hat? Yes, that's my hat. It's called, what is this hat called? Actually, I don't know. Peaky Blinders hat name. I used to know this. No. Oh, it's known as Baker Boy? Newsboy? Baker Boy or 8 panel cap. That's not what I'm thinking of. Newsboy caps or Baker Boy caps? I guess. Um Baker Boy. Newsboy caps or Baker Boy caps. I guess we can call them that. But yeah, how's it going, dude? How's it going? What are you about on this channel? What's been on your mind lately is the prompt, and I like to have healthy dialogues with people about whatever we need to talk about, but with the goal to like align and progress and figure out what we're doing on this earth together. Because I believe we can have healthy dialogues and talk about anything and reach a conclusion that we can both just be better. That's a rough version of my mission, I guess. We just get a lot of debates on TikTok and a lot of negative stuff sometimes. I'm trying to uh, have healthy dialogues with people. That's what's going on. Chun Chun, your name. Welcome in, people. Welcome in. Hope you guys are having a good night. It's a good Saturday. Yeah, it's a Saturday. Whoa. Today, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. Whoa, I see Brooke. Hello. How's it going? Fried or grilled chicken? I don't know. It depends how I'm feeling. I don't have too much of a preference. Fried chicken is good when I'm feeling it, and grilled chicken is good when I'm feeling that. They actually made a really good grilled chicken here last week, and the guy put on like a steak seasoning on the chicken. I'm like, holy moly, this is amazing. Um, but yeah, it's good. What do you think? What do you drink with grilled chicken? I don't know. Water? I've been a really good person saying agua purificada is medicine, right, Brooke? Um, that's I think that I drink water a lot, but I had an energy drink today, a 20 ounce Red Bull, which was a lot, and then I had like an 18 ounce coffee, and I was just like not feeling amped at all. Surprisingly, I don't know how I wasn't feeling the caffeine, but I was really tired. My favorite types of cheese, my favorite types of cheese would be pepper jack. I love pepper jack, a little spice to it, you know. Cheddar cheese is great too. Just eating a block of cheese, just buying a block of cheese and eating it like a candy bar, I think is fantastic. But I would say having your own garden and growing tomatoes and cucumbers and like with the tomato, eating it like an apple, putting like salt on that. Oh, so good, so good. You got a Bo Burnham vibe. I appreciate that. I don't know. Bo Burnham is a great guy. Hilarious dude. I haven't seen much of him recently, but I remember last content I watched from him was a Netflix that not Netflix. I think it was on Netflix with him in his apartment singing songs. So that was great. You are back. What happened last live, Ramsey? I don't remember you. Last live I talked with Brooke and it was fantastic. We talked about all sorts of things. But yeah, if anyone wants to come up and talk about what's been on your mind lately, I'd be more than happy to chit chat with you. Um, yeah, 9 people. Holy moly! Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate this. You guys are all great. 10 people. All right, we're getting up there. We're getting up there. Hopefully, you guys are having a good night tonight. It's a fantastic Saturday. Um, I heard good news on Friday. A recruiter reached out to me, and within my profession of 3D, to have an interview with, well, potentially. I don't know about the interview yet, but I sent them my resume, I sent them my references, and I hopefully will have an interview next week. So I am excited for that. And like I wasn't on LinkedIn, I wasn't putting my thing as open to work, so I'm surprised a recruiter even reached out to me in the first place. But I'm excited to get back into 3D work. It's for a construction and engineering business to visualize new projects for whoever they need to show it to. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Are you in Florida? I'm in Kansas City. Let me know, white boy. Oh, wait, is that what that means? Let me, you? I don't know what that means. White boy. Did you see the ending for the show called The Boys? I did. I don't know how to feel about it. There's some things in the writing that I'm just like, what? Like, the woman got the radiation thing, and it took Soldier Boy like years and years to get the radiation thing. And it was just lazy writing in some places. But I love the acting. The acting is fantastic. Anthony Starr is an amazing actor. Just for him to portray that character is, I think, an amazing feat that he did. Micro expressions he made on his face, just like, and even at the end, I like how, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but like, he's just an amazing actor. And Carl Urban, of course, too. I love him. He played what the fuck's his name? I'm drawing a blank. What was that? Can you let me up real quick? Yes. I love it, but hate. I low-key sharded my pants, but no one will see this because I said, okay, I'll forget about it. Oh, man. Oh, this is Invincible.
Thank you,
Hello.
thank you. So
What's your birth year?
the reason why I liked it but I hated it is because the way they teased
What's your birth
it,
year? What's
like
your birth year? What's your birth year?
2014. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you have to be 18 years older to join.
Oh, I didn't know. I've
Sorry
never
about
read
that.
the real book.
It's TikTok terms of service. It's them, not me. Hope you understand. But you can keep typing in the chat if you want, and I'll try to reply to it. But Invincible, I watched Invincible, the season that came out, I think was in last month, right? February, March? Wait, it's May right now, isn't it? Whoa. But that's an amazing show. I love that. The first episode of the first season, I didn't know what to expect, and then the end happened. I'm like, what? It's so cool. I love the show so much. America first or Israel first? Wow, people can't just say it. What do you mean? I don't even know what to think about that. Probably AFK. America first or Israel first? What do you think of Subnautica 2? I don't know. I've never played Subnautica 1. I've heard from a good friend of mine that it's fun as hell. Is it co-op? Because I think she was talking about it being co-op. Isn't that when you're like in the water and there's like monsters? I don't know. I don't even know what it's about. America first. Shun. Yes. I don't know. I think we should have just prioritize humans first. I don't know. Yeah, it is. Yep. Okay, yeah. So I kind of got it right. So let me look it up. I'm gonna look up Subnautica 2. Are you playing that right now? Subnautica 2. Let's look it up. Yeah, nice. It's an underwater survival adventure game developed by Unknown Worlds Entertainment that officially launched. Blah 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 blah. What's it about? Multiplayer. Oh, there is multiplayer. Okay. Play the entire game as a traditional solo experience, or go up to with up to three friends. Nice. I heard the developers did something, or not the developers, but the owners of the company did something not good. But I don't remember what that was. It's still in beta though. Are there like a lot of glitches and bugs? Appreciate you guys hanging out. There's 6 of us just chilling. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good night, and I just hope I don't know what I hope for. What do I hope for? That you guys are enjoying this, of course. Too many? Ah, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. But yeah, if anyone wants to request up to join, what's been on your mind lately is the topic, and we can chat or we can uh, keep chatting in the comments either way. But I appreciate you guys putting stuff in the comments too. What's your Subway order? That's that's on my mind. I love the steak and cheese. Um, I get that all the time on Italian herbs and cheese. I haven't been to Subway in a long time because they got expensive. But when I do go, I get Italian herbs and cheese foot long with steak and cheese, with pepper jack, toasted, then lettuce, tomato, pickles, banana peppers, jalapenos, um, onions, and then I get Chipotle Southwest sauce on it, salt and pepper, of course, and they wrap that bad boy up, and I devour it. This guy, right? Wait, this guy. Who is this guy? Okay, the request button is gone. If you go to, there should be a pink and a blue person right here. If you click on that, you can essentially request up to join. But I can also send you an invite. It is gone. Multi-guest is gone on you, Sean Wall. Let me see about this guy. Whoa. Yeah, it is gone for this guy too. Oh, but not for this one. That political 95. I can invite you up if you want. Okay, any topic? Yeah, any topic. You can talk about anything at all on your mind, and we can chit chat. What's been on your mind is the prompt. I'm kind of feeling exhausted, but I'm happy. I'm happy with how social and I'm happy with how I'm navigating tonight right now. I'm just in a good mood, I think, and that's probably what's carrying this forward. Hot dogs or hamburgers? We just had hot dogs and hamburgers tonight. I think I'm good. I love hamburgers more, but a good hot dog is good too. Like the Costco hot dogs, like for $1.50 you can get a hot dog, and it's a long hot dog, and a drink. I love that, and their hot dogs taste good too. But a hamburger, I'd say it's Five Guys hamburgers is good. It's kind of messy, but that's kind of the point. I love it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like good hamburger places. When I'm feeling like a piece of shit, I go to McDonald's, of course. It's like, God, why am I doing this to myself? But I get the McDoubles, or what you can do at McDonald's is get the McChicken and the McDouble, stack them on top of each other, and eat them together. That's a good way to do it. Five Guys is overpriced. It's insane. It is insane. Can you help me come up with another username? Midwest Blue Dot. Can you help me come up with? Well, you have Kamala. I keep getting them mixed up. I don't know. Midwest Blue Dot. I'm bad at naming things. Hey, yo, how's it going?
Am I live?
You are. How old are you?
33.
Why do you laugh at that?
Oh, I wasn't laughing.
You weren't laughing? What's your birth year?
93.
And you're 30, what now?
I'm 33. Well, I'm turning 33, but I'm 32. But
Okay, I trust
basically,
you. I trust you.
yeah. No,
What's been on
we're
your mind,
good. What do you get at McDonald's?
man? Two McDoubles and a medium French fry. I used to get three McDouble. I used to get three McDoubles, but I'm not a fat piece of shit anymore. I'm not fat. I'm very beefy. As you can see, womp. Yeah, I don't know. That was a lame joke, but yeah. What do you get at McDonald's?
Yeah, I mean, I get the same thing. I'm more of a Whataburger kind of guy.
Oh,
Burgers are
Whataburger's good,
bigger.
right? And like their price isn't too bad too for like the amount you get.
Yeah, it's like almost the same price now because McDonald's is expensive.
They've all been getting expensive, and it's like the same amount of price to go to like a restaurant at this point. I'd rather just go to a sit down restaurant or a bar and get their hamburgers or whatever now. Um, yeah, I haven't eaten. Well, when's the last fast food place I've eaten? Probably Wendy's. Getting their Frosties are good. Do you like their Frosties?
Yeah, the Frosty's pretty good.
Yeah. And then they got the Cinnabon pull apart bite thing, and I get that every once in a while when I'm feeling like I need a sweet thing going.
Hey, you know who else likes McDonald's? The Don, Donnie.
Mr. Donald Trump, yeah, he does. That's his thing. Um, yeah, he does.
He threw some dinners and served them McDonald's.
Yeah, for like athletes, I think, or like for a football team, when someone won the Super Bowl, didn't he do that for them? I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I
He was
think
a
he did it for athletes and for world leaders also.
world leaders. Yeah, yeah. Nothing like a good McDonald McDouble, McDouble or whatever with the president, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Don't know where really to go about that.
That's some funny shit right there.
Why is it funny?
Because when you go to eat with the president, you think you're gonna get like steaks and lobster.
Right, right. You would think. You would think. I always said if I was influential enough, I would love to go golfing with the president. I would love to go to McDonald's and ask him what his favorite item on the menu is and eat that, and then teach him consent by giving him a hug if he wants to, right? Because as a 79-year-old child, sorry, man child, I think he can consent to a hug. I think. No, I believe in him.
Well, we don't know. We don't know what his capacity is yet.
What do you mean?
Well, that's what they've been talking about, right? Is his cognitive impairments.
I see like stuff every once in a while, like his like wrist or like his hand is like bruised or something like that, and they put concealer on it. Like he's not doing too hot, I don't think, but he's still talking. I don't know if he's slow walking.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably just from blood thinners, though. But I mean, you don't normally take capacity assessments like he's been taking unless there's concerns about cognitive impairments.
Oh, they've been
And
taking
given
them.
the yeah,
He,
he keeps taking them, which is indicative that something's not right with his
hmm.
decision making and his insight.
Yeah, I don't. It's bad, but I don't keep up with politics as much as I used to during like the election, like or even before the election. I used to be more informed. I scroll through Reddit now and I'll see headlines. I'm like I don't like it's probably bad, but I should probably be more informed on stuff. But like I'll see pictures of him. I'll occasionally watch him say some absurd shit, and I'll be like, okay, that's our president. And I don't know. It's a bit interesting where we're at in the United States right now.
So how do you like your steak, bud?
Medium rare, man. What about you?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say the same. I'd say the same.
It's just juicy enough, but not like you're not eating like a cow that's alive. Wait, yeah, I don't know. I'm just speaking on my kissel. What? Right. Anyways, yeah, steak. I haven't had a steak in a while. I used to go to Yard House, which is a really good place around here, and fantastic staff. Fantastic. Like I said, the bar and all the bartenders knew who I was, and they knew my drink order. Met a lot of really great people there. But getting their steak, their ribeye steak, is amazing, and their mashed potatoes are so good. With their, I think they had like asparagus. No, it was like asparagus, wasn't it? No, kind of. It was like broccoli of some sort. It was like really long stems, but it was a really good place to go to, and I miss going there. Do you have a favorite restaurant?
Nope.
You don't?
No, it's too many.
There is.
Too many to pick.
Do you have like a favorite type of food?
Nah, it's too hard. It's too hard to pick.
Yeah, that's okay. I understand. I understand. I'm not too picky of an eater. I love all kinds of food. What about spice? Do you do spice on food?
Yeah, yeah, spice is good. Spice is good on food. Thai food, that's good. Some
Yeah.
spice.
I like to make myself suffer and get really spicy wings. I went to, don't judge, but I went to Hooters just for the wings. And of course, just for the wings. And got their like spiciest wings. And it literally made me cry. It was such a good feeling. It's always nice to cry while eating spicy wings, I think.
Yeah, it's good spice. This guy said bungee jumping is great.
Oh, I would love to, Joe. I would love that. Would you like to try that?
Uh, I think if I got paid to do it, I would do it, but I don't know if I would just do it. It sounds kind of scary.
Like what price are you thinking? Like in the $100 range? If they
I'd
gave you
do
a
it
hundred
for like
dollars,
$200. I'd do it.
200? Okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay.
In case I pee my pants, then
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Skydiving would be fun too. I'd love to try skydiving. I think there's a place in Kansas City that does it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Actually, let's look it up. Why not? Skydiving, Kansas City. How much does it cost? I wonder. How much cost?
they have like indoor skydiving places too.
Yeah, like you're in like a little tube and you're just like kind of
Yeah.
floating. I wonder how that feels. It'd be kind of an odd feeling, I think. Generally cost between 185 and 289 for a tandem skydive from an aircraft. That doesn't. That's like not too bad at all. But I think you have to like take a training before or like really. I don't know how that works. Like I don't know. I'm curious to find out. Hmm. Oh, dude, it's Memorial Day weekend too. Do you get Memorial Day off for work?
Well, I sure do, bud.
Fuck yeah, same here. I'm so excited. I'm going to Worlds of Fun, which is an amusement park here.
Yeah, what is it like Knott's Berry Farm or something?
What?
It's like Six Flags.
Six Flags. I don't know what you said before, but yeah, it's like Six Flags essentially. Uh, I don't know if it's as big. I went to the Six Flags in San Antonio, which was really fun, and going on the Superman ride. And me and my sister got like the front row seats, and it's like one of those roller coasters where like your feet dangle, and like it's like above like the whatever it's called is above you on the tracks, and it was so fun, so fun. Do you like
No,
amusement
I'm
parks?
too pussy to go on roller coasters. Nah,
That's okay.
don't
That's
do
okay.
that.
No shame in that. Not for everyone.
Are
I
you
was talking.
you in Texas? You said you went to San Antonio one?
I Yeah, that was back when I was in high school. 2016 was it? It's been a long time. I have some family that lives in San Antonio, and it was good seeing them. And I don't get to talk with them a lot, so it's been a while. But I haven't talked with a lot of my family in a long time. It's been I just don't keep it like we don't really get together because everyone's spread out. You know,
I think Let's Debate is trying to get on.
should we do that? Do you want to keep
Yeah.
talking or have anything else to say?
Do you do like one at a time? Is that what you do?
Yeah, I can't manage group stuff very
Okay.
well.
No,
I
that's all right. They really want to get on, so I'll just get off. Just kick me or something.
Okay, I appreciate you talking, man. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And
You
yeah,
you too, bud.
all right, take care. Bye bye. Cool. All right, let's debate. Let's see. Debating is one thing, but we'll see what it's about. Hello,
Yo,
hello. Yo, how
what's
old are
up?
you?
My bad. I was looking at your videos.
Okay, yeah. How old are you?
Bro, I'm 21.
Heck yeah. So what's been on your mind lately?
There's a lot of things on my mind. Uh, I was gonna go back to what you guys were talking about with Trump and eating McDonald's. I,
Okay.
I find it really fascinating that the guy that was, in the Epstein files and, getting accused of eating, children and doing
Eating
all these.
children?
Yes. Have you looked into the Epstein files?
He ate children?
It's in the Epstein files.
That's a new one, maybe. Where can I find this at?
You can look on literally on the government website,
Trump
and if you go
eating
go,
kids. Donald Trump does not eat kids. This
yeah,
concept stems from
100%.
internet memes, satirical fiction, or exaggerated political hyperbole rather than real events.
Was that off Grok or ChatGPT?
Google AI.
Oh, Google shit. Oh, if you look into like the Epstein files and you actually like read the documents, it goes into emails where Trump's specifically talking about code words, which like there's a lot of them that could talk about babies, dead babies,
How do you know that?
eating people,
How
because
do you know
within
that?
the codes, people have decrypted them and realized that, when you're talking about like beef jerky, and a ton of billionaires talking about beef jerky all the time and having pizza parties and drinking grape soda together, like it doesn't, if we're going to be, I guess, realistic, we're not going to say that they're sitting around, eating pizza and drinking, grape
So
soda together.
pizza is the same as eating a child.
No,
So
pizza is
what's
the same as people.
Okay, so
Grape
how
soda
do
is
we
the same as blood.
grape soda is same as blood? What? How do we even reach that conclusion in the first place?
Because we go and see the. What do you mean? How do we what? I can't hear you.
How do we reach that conclusion? How do we know grape soda
By
means blood?
seeing the same things happen over and over again within the emails and seeing
What
what they're talking about.
what things?
Like talking about grape soda and what it means. Like
Yeah,
they
so I'm
talk about
I'm
it.
I'm asking you what about grape soda means it's blood?
It's no, it's not about the word itself. It's about what they've made it mean. It's like a slang term
Yeah, how do we know that's what they use? Like, how do we
because
know?
that's what is in the emails.
Like it says this equals blood.
But so okay, there's an app you can look it up. You can literally go through Epstein's emails, like, and it makes it easier. It's not in a document form.
What's the app called?
And fuck. If you
That's
look
okay.
up like
That's okay.
Epstein's emails, you should be able to find it. It's one of the top few.
Okay,
And it should
I'm just
just,
gonna.
you can go through his photos, you can go through his drives, you can go through everything, and it just makes it look more simplified. And if you look up in his emails, these words, you will see thousands upon thousands upon thousands of emails with billionaires talking about these things. And this is
So
one of the most powerful, influential people in the world.
so I'm typing in Epstein email. Oh, Epstein files, right? Grape
If you look up like
soda.
Epstein, are you in the Epstein emails?
Uh,
Like, does it show all of his emails, and then like you can go to apps and then see all of his different apps?
I don't know. I don't know where to find that.
It's on a website. It should be like if you look up like Epstein's phone, like website, maybe.
Hmm.
Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
Okay, appreciate that. Hmm. I'm just looking into it. I just don't know if we can just like correlate that word to those things, but I just don't know about it much. Let's see. Uh, no, I don't want to create an account. New York Times. Damn it! Let me see it.
I
Do I have
found
to?
it.
Do I
Yeah,
have
I
to?
found it. It's called Jmail. If you look up J, and then
Jmail.
give me 1 minute, and then dot world, it
Yeah, I
should
see
bring
it.
you right. It'll literally bring you right to his emails. But it's
I see
more
it.
so. What this person did, a little backstory. What this person did is they took all of the files and they put them into this app and they made it look like his phone so that it's easier to go through them and like, find what you're looking for. So if you go into the search bar within the email and you look up like literally any like grape soda, pizza, beef
I'm doing
jerky,
that.
there's all these code words they've had. And it's fucking crazy what they're doing, dude. If you read this shit, they have a dentist in Epstein's, island. Do you want to know why they have a fucking dentist on an island?
Why is that?
To cut the baby's teeth out, dude. It's fucking crazy what
How
they
do you
talk
know?
about in
How
these
do you know
emails.
that? Does it say that in the
It,
email?
it's in the emails. Like, you can look this shit up, bro. It's
Well,
fucking nuts.
help me find that email.
Okay, so look up, just for now, look up beef jerky. Just so you
Beef.
can see the amount of emails.
Okay, so I'm
Do you
gonna go
see all
to
of these key fucking words?
it says Karina Shaluk. I'm gonna click this one and do 20 second. Hey, would it be possible for you to make another batch of beef jerky for JE equals
Do you
list
think
of
they're talking about beef jerky or do you think they're talking about dead kids, bro?
Okay, well, I think it's a bit of a stretch to say it's like dead kids.
No, but in the emails it talks about the words and what they mean. In
Where
specific, I don't have examples, but I've seen it with my own eyes and watched people talk about these things and say these things.
look, I'm not trying to disagree with. Well, I'm not like arguing with you. I just am skeptical because I think with new information like this that I'm getting, I'm just trying to look at it
Have you
like
not heard about these
objectively.
things?
No, I've heard about the Epstein file. I just haven't. I've never heard about Jmail
So
before.
what do you think the Epstein files are?
Like a list of people that were
That
at his
did what?
island. Who? Well, it could be anything because there's a lot of people on the Epstein files that weren't pedophiles.
Well, for sure, but I'm talking about the people that are.
Right. I don't think he was a good guy. I don't think the people that did those things
Well, what
to
about like Elon Musk? What about the top leaders in the world that are in this list
yeah,
that are running our country right
he was
now?
a from my understanding, Jeffrey Epstein was a very influential person, and he would help like do like grants and stuff to people, I think, or like give money away. I don't know if that's true or not. But people say
Grants, as in sending humans to people that are elites so they can eat them. I mean, this goes back to ancient times. Do you think that like whenever slavery was a thing that, slave owners were just whipping and beating, their slaves? No, they were eating them. They were fucking making dishes out of them because that's what rich people do.
have we
Yes, look
do
it
you have
up.
evidence of that?
Look it up. It's a real thing.
Okay, so s- slave owners eating slaves. While rare in historical record, there are documented accounts of physical cannibalism by slave owners. Okay, like this is stuff I haven't heard. It's and this is
It
why.
is because this is the problem with America is we're so divided and so worried about the left and right paradigm that we don't understand what's going on behind our backs. And that's why it's like so like sickening because of the fact that like they're doing it in front of our faces and we don't see any of it.
Yeah, well,
And the problem with it is all these corporations that we send money to and we buy from every day are the ones that are funding these people and making them so rich and powerful. And that's the problem is that we can stop it so easily, but we don't because we're so comfortable where we're at.
yeah, no, I agree. I agree with everything you said there. I think it's
So why not
scary.
change?
Why not change? What do you mean?
So why not change? I've changed. I fucking got out of America and I fucking am not relying on a government anymore, man.
Well, that's great for you, but like, how do I need to change?
Everybody should change if we really believe in this stuff and you truly think it's true.
So change in what
And you
ways?
like anything. Build your own farm, build your own phone, build your own Wi-Fi service. Don't like what phone do you have? Do you have an Apple or a Samsung?
I have an Apple, but why should people have to build things like this?
Because that's where it starts. If you don't support these, so you have an Apple, that means you support child slavery, bro. How do you think them phones are getting made?
So do
They're
you
in third
have
world countries. Yeah, I made my own phone. That's what I'm trying to tell
you
you.
made your own phone?
Yes, I got, well, I didn't, but people did that I know. Because I
What's
came together, I talked to people, and I found money. Because whenever you talk to people and you have the same goals as people and the same ambitions, you can do a lot of crazy shit.
well, not everyone has that resource to have friends that can build phones for them, or even
You're on TikTok right now. That is the resource. How do you think I did it, bro? I'm sitting in here talking to you.
look.
It's
I'm
just
not saying,
convincing people
dude.
like you.
I'm just saying, not everyone has that. Sure, we can talk to you right now, and maybe you can hook me up with a phone, and I'll pay for it, maybe. But look, not everyone has that capability. So when we want
In
to,
what way do they not? You have AI at your fingertips. That gives you literally anything you need.
who has
How do you
time
think
to
these
do
are?
that? To do everything?
Uh,
Who has time to do everything when other
you're sitting
people?
on an app right now. You could be doing it right now. Literally, that's what I'm saying.
Why, if I have a phone right now? And okay, sure, it's like based on
Because
trust
then in
or like
then in
slavery.
10 years, whenever everything changes and you don't have a fucking phone and you don't have internet and you don't have power because that's what these people are gonna do to you, you're gonna be fucked.
Dude, this is all rooted in fear. You should be careful.
No, I'm not. I don't fear anything. I fear God, bro. I'm a Christian.
Okay, but
Like
you're really fear mongering right now in a way.
I'm not fear mongering. I'm looking at what the powerful people with money are doing and what moves they're making
I
to.
understand that. I understand your point there. Like I don't think the rich really have us like
Have you read the
like above
UN's
mind.
2030 plans? Like,
I
have
have
you looked
not.
into that?
What is that?
By 2030, you can look it up. It's the UN's 2030 plans. It's the UN and they made their 2030 goals. And if you read it, within it, it talks about basically new world order occurring. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That new world order is going to occur in the next 10 years. And it already is occurring.
They aim to eradicate extreme poverty, reduce inequality, and protect the planet.
That'll take you a while to read, but once you get through it and the deep stuff, it talks about, 10-minute cities, people moving into them, a subscription-based lifestyle where you don't own anything, and it talks about putting chips in people, bro. This shit's crazy, and this is where all the money is, right? The UN, you've heard of that, right? The United Nations,
United Nations, yeah.
right? Have you heard of the World Economic Forum?
No. What's that?
So this is So this is the problem. People need to look into this stuff. The World Economic Forum is a group of people, basically the richest people in the world. You can look up the World Economic Forum and look at their board and their chairsmen. These are all the richest people in the world with all the power in the world. Do you know what their goal is?
What's that?
I read it and it says our goal by it doesn't have a year, but it says our goal is to replace humans with AI and
Yeah, I
to
think that's
depopulate the world.
depopulate. Interesting.
Have you heard Bill Gates talk about this? I mean, all the billionaires are talking about depopulating the world and fucking replacing us with AI. Like this shit is like every day people are saying it to your face, but nobody realizes it.
No, I hear your concern, and I understand, because like there's the rise of artificial intelligence, or just like how it's developing in the first place, is I think threatening a lot of industries. Like I work in 3D art and animation. I've worked on Guardians of the
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy Volume 3, the Marvels, favorite TV shows and movies. I worked at a military contract
Yeah.
to help train armies with virtual reality, whatever it is. So it's a real threat to 3D in a way. Like even though it's not perfect, like
Yeah, you're fucking special,
where's
bro.
it
You have all the tools you need.
where's it
Like
gonna go? Where's it gonna go in 5 to 10 years? And how is it gonna like?
we're
Are we gonna have a
fucked.
are we gonna
That's
have
what I'm trying to tell
yeah,
you.
yeah? Are we gonna have a safety net for these people that can't do
No,
it because it's like who's gonna like
we're not. That's the whole point is we're
right?
fucked. They're trying to do that for a
No,
reason. It's all the plan.
what's the reason? You think?
You want to know why? The real
Yeah,
reason.
I'm curious. What you think?
The real reason is because people are greedy and they can never have enough. Why do you think they're eating kids? Because they can't have enough power that they feel the need to do these things and have the need to feel this power towards people.
Do you think
Because they
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you think all rich people are the same?
No, not at all.
Okay. But
Because I'm not the same as these people.
right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I think there might be other people trying to come up, just so you know.
Okay, if you want to keep talking, we can. But if you want to move on, I don't mind that either. It's been, I think, productive conversation, and you've enlightened me on different topics, so I can look into in the future, which I think is fantastic. I think just talking
I
to
would really recommend looking into the World Economic Forum and look into what corporations are funding them, because if you look into which corporations are funding the World Economic Forum, it's all the corporations that you support and everybody in this world supports.
yeah,
It goes back to TikTok. TikTok's literally funding the World Economic Forum, or it's the like ByteDance or some shit. I don't know which one.
well,
But it's Apple. It's all the top corporations supporting these groups that are literally wanting New World Order, basically.
yeah, yeah, that's interesting. It's makes me think a bit, which
It does, because it's fucking crazy.
right.
It's crazy how people have been this divided that we can't wake up to the fact that this is going on in front of your eyes. I'm 21 and I've realized it at 18, bro. I realized it at like 14.
Right.
And I didn't sit around and talk about it like a lot of people do. I actually took it into action and I found people that wanted to do the same, and I got money together and I bought land. And that's where it starts, is buying infrastructure and doing the things that these top people are doing. Because when you look at it, you need to follow the steps and pick up the tools that the billionaires are picking up.
I'm gonna cramp in my leg. Fuck me. God damn it. Sorry. God, this hurts like a bitch. Okay, what do you think the solution is? Ow.
The solution, well, a lot of people think the solution is revolting or fighting back or, having a civil war. That's not the answer. Because the second you fight, the second your power is going to go out. And what are you going to do when your power goes out? You're going to go to your fucking neighbors and you're going to fight. That's the problem with all this shit. So the answer is you need to pick up the tools, like I said, looking into AI. But you said, like you were saying, there's no time for that. But we're sitting on here right now. This is time to be looking into AI and talking to it. Build LLMs, build your own fucking AIs that can do shit for you, and then get together with people and get money and buy land and fucking don't rely on governments.
How? Okay, so but if you have your own land with other people, like what do you mean by new land?
Okay, so right now I'm in Canada. I restored an army base or a military base, sorry. And within this group that I live in, There's over 1,000 people that are living. It's a city that we made, literally. Like there's a school, there's a doctor, there's a dentist. Like there's everything you need to live. We've
Yeah.
got our own farms. We've got our own electricity. It's not relying on a government. So say Canada were to fucking wipe out their entire grid, we won't be relying on that shit. We'll be fine. We won't be worried about it.
Yeah.
Because the goal of this all is to have big groups of corporations. It's going to be, so you know how you have a president right now?
Right.
It isn't going to be that way. It's going to be like Apple and Tesla and all these big groups coming together, and that you're going to live in their 10-minute cities, and you're going to walk from one side of the city to the other in 10 minutes, and you're going to live a subscription based lifestyle, and you're going to be very happy doing it, and you're going to love it.
Sure. What do you mean by subscription-based lifestyle? Like, what would be subscribed? Like,
So like if anything, literally
using your
anything,
refrigerator, like setting the temperature on the refrigerator.
you are subscribing to have these things, yes. And if you don't do what they want and work for them, then you don't get these things. And that's why I think that truly God is going to come back soon, because they talk about chipping people and they talk about all these things that have to do with end times. And I really think that God's going to come back before all this shit goes down. But I don't know.
Shouldn't we, instead of waiting on a savior, shouldn't we try to change?
That's what I did. That's why I changed. No, it's not about changing the world. It's about changing your world, Brady. That's what I did. I started by changing
Right.
my world.
But you're also on TikTok with me right now, and
For sure.
and you're helping me understand more of your worldview, which I appreciate. And you're
And you want to
being
know
open to
why?
it.
Because I care about people, and I
Right.
think that this country deserves better.
So you're doing your part. I'm saying, like, this is when I ask you what the solution is, you're educating people right now. There's
Yeah.
6 people on live. You're educating me, and you're making this more aware. Like, I think the more we talk about subjects like this and make people more enlightened to
So
what's going on in the world, we can, I think, progress and like it starts very small, right? Like there's me and you, and there's other people on here, but like I believe, like with interactions, we can like take the energy and move forward into our
100%.
lives with other people we interact with, and who knows the exponential growth that has when we are curious, open-minded, and understanding, but like thrive with confidence, not confidence,
Yes.
thrive with kindness, and
Yes.
and be that for other people, right? Like right now we're pretty aligned. I'd say aligned. Like I agree with everything you're saying, and now we can figure out what to do next. But we're already doing that. Like we're doing that right now. Like we don't have to create everything from the scratch.
Right.
And
No.
I
And
think
Brady, your first step could be just changing your prompt to what's your thoughts on your vote not matter. Like, prove me wrong, your vote doesn't matter. And that'll get people in here, and that'll get them wondering what you have to say. And once you hear them out and you're kind, like you're being to me, then you can open them up to the fact that their vote doesn't matter, and that behind closed doors it's all a lie, and they're all friends, and they all work to try and basically kill us all. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Replace us all with robots, because and it's not even a bad thought. They're not even wrong for what they're doing. They're giving us a chance to take action like I did, and they're giving us a chance to not be a part of this shit. Because what are we? We're just people that bitch and complain. We don't like prices. We can't work 24/7. You know what can? A fucking robot
right.
that's integrated with AI.
Yeah, I just think when it comes to politics, there's people out there that are more equipped to talk about it, like you, for instance, compared to me. I'm kind of ignorant to some
But
of the
you
things that you're
shouldn't be
saying.
talking about politics. That's a waste of time.
Well, look, that's why I'm not talking about why your vote doesn't matter, because I don't like.
Well, that's what you got to get them away. No. You have to get
There's
people away from the abortion and the immigration and the foreign policies,
away
because
from
that's what
abortion.
keeps people. Yeah, no. It's an example of
Okay,
something that keeps people divided. So if you get people away from those topics and you bring them into their vote doesn't matter because blank, blank, and blank, that'll get you into real conversations.
yeah, no, I don't know. Well, I feel like I've been having a lot of really good conversations with this prompt, right? People can talk about anything, and my goal is to partly to help people feel seen and heard too, because like sometimes people don't have someone to talk to, and I think I think if I can hold space for people, that's fantastic. Like I'm no therapist, but I think
No,
if I
that's an
can,
amazing thing.
right. I think the more we show kindness to people, like I said, I think we can take that like as two people and go somewhere else, and we grow and we expand and we expand and we expand. And I'm pretty optimistic about how that works in the future. Um, Even though it looks, you know, depressing as fuck seeing stuff,
No, it
I
isn't, because at the end of the day, we have a God out there, man, that's gonna save us all, and we have a God that we can love on and truly know He's out there. I mean, that's my why, to be completely honest with you.
yeah, but I'm agnostic, but I'm spiritually leaning. I understand where you're coming from with that, but like, how do we know a God is going to come for
We
sure?
we don't. We
Right.
don't.
So that's why I'm saying like, why not be the change? And we are doing that right now. But I'm just speaking out like just for anyone in general. Like, why not like be a better person the next day than you were the day
For
before?
sure. No, I
And
100% agree with you.
right. And it's like it's not always gonna be linear, right? There's gonna be some bumps in the road, and
Hmm.
it's not always gonna be the case. But it's like people like you I talk to that help me realize like what I'm doing on this platform matters, and I appreciate you just coming up and talking and sharing your thoughts, because I think the more we have these healthy dialogues about whatever that is, we can progress and align and become better humans together.
Yeah. Really quick thing before I get out of here. Look, I would look into the Palisade fires and the Myrtle Beach fires and look at what they were trying to do with those places. They're trying to build
Palisades.
10. Yes, they're trying. You heard about the Palisade fires, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to pronounce it. That's in Los Angeles, right?
Yes. So you know what's gonna be in the Palisades now?
Let's buy live content is flagged for misinformation.
What the fuck?
Uh,
See, this is the problem, and this is why you need to build your own app, because we can't complain about this because it's TikTok and we're choosing to be on this app. And that's why I don't get on corporations' apps, because they don't allow free speech. And that's why I'm trying to make my own app,
well,
bro.
that gets difficult when it comes to corporations because, like, since we're using their platform, like they can dictate whatever that
That's
is,
the
right?
problem. You can't
Right.
bitch about it because you're choosing to use it. And that's why I'm making my own app that's just like TikTok so that I can
Oh,
fucking.
dude, that's awesome.
And you know how I made it? Through AI, because that's how the billionaires do it. How do you think Elon Musk created PayPal and all these things? Through AI. You really
Right, but
think he's
we're
that smart?
no, I don't think he's that smart at all. I think he's kind of an idiot. But
Right.
he's intelligent enough to be successful in his own way. Like he's found a way to do that in his
No,
own
for
way.
sure.
Uh, yeah.
But he isn't designing rockets and shit and designing apps. He's using AI to do it. But either way, back to the Palisade fires. They're trying to build 10-minute cities, and that's why these fires happened.
Ten. Wait, in Los Angeles, they're building 10 minute
Look up
cities.
look up Los Angeles 10-minute cities, and you will see that their plans are to build 10-minute cities right where the Palisade fires happened. All the spots that the fires happened.
Explain what 10
And
minute
then
cities means.
you want me to just get the definition for you, or do you want me to use
15
my own
minute
words?
city. The goal. Sorry. So goal of putting daily
15
needs
minute
such
city,
as
yeah.
groceries, schools, and parks within a short 10 to 15
It's
minute
all
walk.
within 15 minutes of
Right.
walking.
What's like wrong with that though?
It That's the problem. It sounds amazing, bro, but then you get chipped up and you don't follow the rules and they fucking kill you. That's what this is.
Whoa. Okay, we're jumping a bit, and I understand
No,
there's
no,
like
no, that's
alignment.
what it is. The 10-minute city is to get you chipped so that you live there, and if you do anything wrong, they have the right to kill you. That's literally what it is. Like, you literally are signing a paper that says that.
How can they force you to get chipped if you don't want it?
Because if you don't, you're not going to have electricity. That's the thing. When the grid goes down, you're going to be crying and coming to them and wanting this to happen. That's the
Like a
problem.
chip in the brain.
Like Elon Musk chips, yes. Like, that's what it is.
How do we know those even work?
Because literally, what do you mean? We've seen that Elon Musk gave it to like a disabled person or some shit, and it helped. What do you
Oh,
mean?
I didn't know that. I didn't know like they were actually being implemented yet in people's minds.
Yeah, there's a few. You can go out and get them. You can volunteer to get them.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that because
It's
I already think
happening so fast.
I think we already have the hardware in our brains to uh, navigate the world. I think we should be extremely careful about creating new technologies that we don't fully understand how they're going to impact into the individual and the whole collective
What do you
whole.
think AI is?
Right.
We don't
That's why
understand it.
that's why these companies are trying to build super intelligence. And I listened to an
Right.
interview about it, and one guy that's trying to like put a stop to it is like, yeah, we don't know exactly what's going on inside of AI in the first place. Like, it's a growing organism in a sense, and it has like competing desires that, while it might not try to be malicious to us, like their desire or their goal might be to like using more resources that makes us like extinct, maybe possibly. So he's trying to enlighten people more on that, and it's even getting like put like people are talking about it in politics on both sides of the aisle and trying to make it more aware. And I think we ought to halt like creating new technologies like this that we don't fully understand, because look at social media, look at the negative stuff that happened from that, right? And we didn't fully know what
Hmm.
was gonna come from it, but we ought to be extremely careful about this stuff. And I think we ought to
Brady,
understand our own minds more and be more aware of who we are as individuals, how we fit into the world before we do this.
you don't know what the problem with what you're saying is?
What's that?
It makes too much sense.
Well,
A- And
yeah,
the problem with it is with SAI about to be discovered and used by people, literally anybody can end the fucking world whenever they want. That's the capabilities people are going to have.
what do you mean by that?
With the power of SAI, people are going to be able to literally create catastrophic events whenever they want.
How?
How? Once SAI is incorporated with robots, it'll be fucking over, bro.
How do we know that?
How we do you know what SAI is?
Is that super intelligence?
Yes.
Yeah,
Now imagine that in a robot.
right.
Right, we're
Like
fucked.
it outcompetes. It's like natural selection in a sense.
Right. So, and literally, we could, at any point, a catastrophic event could occur through these things.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with AI or super intelligence in the next year, 5 years, 10 years. Like, what's going to happen? Like, we're rapidly changing so much, and I it's just, yeah,
Fourth Industrial Revolution. We've got New
right,
World Order. We've got all these things, and that's where I go back to God, because it's like, with all these things happening, something is bound to just go fucking wrong. We're bound to see something happen where our worlds are all gonna change, and we're gonna need somebody to actually save us.
I understand the idea of there being a savior. I just to the point. I don't know if that's. I think some people are just like waiting for that to happen, right? Which is
Yeah,
fine.
and that's the problem with Christianity as a whole, is that people just sit around waiting. You need to be going out and bettering your faith and bettering your soul. Like, it shouldn't be sitting around. I agree with you.
Right. No, I agree too. It's interesting too with like I'll just say it, like with people who are Christian that aren't technically practicing it or understand the values that Jesus was even putting forth in the
That's a
first
pet
place.
peeve, bro. It's just like, how are you gonna? It's lukewarm. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's concerning, and but I think we can like use the book against them sometimes too, right? So I'll just say it. I was on the phone with my dad last year, and he doesn't get too deep most of the time. Like but he does talk about politics on occasion, and he's a Trump supporter with the MAGA flag outside, and just supports Team Red all the way. And he talked to me, and somehow we talked about the George Floyd thing that came up, and he's like, "Yeah, if I had the opportunity, I would kneel on his neck too." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, man, no, 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 no." I'm like, "What would Jesus do?" He's like, "Well, I don't know." I'm like, "How do you not know? How do you not know this? Right? It's like it's he goes to church every fucking Sunday, and then he says something like this, or like has the idea or the thought. It's like, what? And
People
he
are too
has
comfortable being comfortable in this world. People need
yes,
to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and being comfortable being uncomfortable means you go out and talk to people like I am right now.
right.
Because if I didn't talk to you right now, I would have never known that.
It's
And I
and
think that's where you fall short of coming to God, is your dad, and it's because he's a lukewarm Christian, and he isn't showing you what a true Christian is.
he doesn't need to show me. Well, I mean, like I mean, I hope he could, right? But like I think it takes like the person to become really aware of their thoughts in the first place. Like he just blurts things out sometimes, and I don't know if he actually fully intended to say it that way, but it's like the what it goes on inside people's minds in the first place is one thing, and if you are in a bubble with a group of people that think the same, you're never going to get out of that unless someone like brings up a new idea or a way of thinking differently. And I just stress the importance of like critically thinking and being conscious of like who we are as people, right? And like how do you get people to do that in the first place, right? How do you help people become more introspective and wonder what their purpose in this life
It
is?
starts by hearing them out. You have to hear them out and truly hear them out. It can't just be a listen to what they have to say and then talk about what you have to say. It has to be a listen to what they have to say and then elaborate on it and, list what you believe from what they said and what you don't believe and,
Right.
and explain those. It's really about being, I don't know what's the word, empathetic,
Yeah, no, I agree. I think
sympathetic.
it's how we approach certain people too, and this is a really good example. Is Daryl Davis? Have you ever heard of Daryl Davis?
Yeah,
Yeah, he converted KKK members,
right,
and got their robes. But like the thing, how he did that is he treated them like human beings, right? They're just
right.
humans, and
That's
he
the problem with this
right.
world.
Yes, I would say that like the elites control, um, what is put out to warp perceptions of reality to the sense that the right and the left is pitted against each other. I can see that being the case. It makes perfect sense. I just think when it comes to talking about the elites, for me personally, I can't villainize them because in a sense I have to try
No,
to
I'm not
understand.
villainizing them,
No, I'm
bro.
not. I'm not saying you are. Like I'm just saying for
Uh,
myself. I'm just saying for myself. Like I can't look at them as below me because
you
that's
shouldn't.
yeah, exactly, because like
That's wrong.
tribalism is interesting in a sense because like yeah, no one's above or below. We're all humans. We walk the same earth. We ought to be curious, open-minded, and understanding. And I believe that if we have that inner foundation, I believe we can get somewhere. And then once we're all on the same page, we can objectively take the ship wherever we want.
So the only thing I would add to that is that the elites and why I don't villainize them is because they give everybody the equal opportunity to have the same chance that they had, even though they were put in, some of them were put in the position by through family, dynasties. They're still giving you the open opportunity to do what I'm doing, and I took that opportunity, and nobody does, and that's the problem. And that's why they know they've won is because they have people so divided that we're seriously sitting here and talking about whether we should let people come into our country or not. That's
Right.
how divided we are, bro. We're sitting here talking about whether we should have babies be unalived or not. That's crazy. Whenever we have people up here that are every day taking our money, eating kids, and it's out in front, and they say this shit all the time, and they say that they want to, you know, have our population go down. Like I literally watched the video the other day of Bill Gates in a TED talk talking about how he believes that we should have our population go down and that it's getting too high. That's what he said. Like these are
That's
people
crazy.
that have all the money.
I thought I heard from scientists that our population is eventually gonna like plateau. Is that Have you ever heard of that before?
I think if if we were to naturally let it happen, yes, but I think that it won't. It'll decline because of what it's not naturally occurring. Like
I
they're
see.
literally like have you ever heard of like the COVID theories and fucking all these theories on these viruses and how they're trying to get you to take vaccines? That's all the chips. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, it's like I've heard like it was engineered.
Yeah, it was engineered in a lab to see how people would react to having to get a vaccine. Because what happens when you have to get a chip now? People are going to be like, fuck yeah, I want this shit. That's what they're trying to see is how people react. And we saw the right didn't like it and the left did. So they have to work with the right now, and that's why Trump's our president. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And
Yeah.
that's why I think it's all set up, and I don't think your vote matters.
Yeah. It's I don't know about that. But I think it's gonna be
What do you
really
disagree
difficult.
with?
Well, I think the Trump administration is trying to make it more difficult for people to vote in general. I think I saw something. This could be wrong, but like agents or whatever, like protecting the ballot box or something like that. Uh,
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I don't think there will be another election. I think that this is where New World Order occurs, like to the fullest, and where the final steps occur, where we see that it's going to be groups of corporations running the world, not a president.
Right.
So that's why I'm nervous, because people are all sitting around too comfortable, and I feel bad because they're just gonna get fucking wiped.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna play out, but it is concerning. I see where you're coming from with it. Definitely.
Well, you do know because you see what the rich people that have the money and the power are talking about doing and what they are doing. They've been doing it for the past 50 years. They've been doing it forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just now that AI and the fourth industrial revolution's coming around, they've got fucking unbelievable powers.
Yeah, that's why I agree with taxing the rich too. Who needs $1 billion?
I disagree.
Why is that?
Because at the end of the day, that doesn't make sense, because when you look at it, we have the same what's the word? The same chance as they do to get to their level.
How do you how so? How is a person grown up in poverty,
How so? Okay, so say right now
without
you get a
resources?
right now you have the resources, you have the platform, you can get together with people.
I'm privileged in a sense. I can get into, and I have my career to thank for that, but also good people in my life. Like if it wasn't for good people in my life, I wouldn't be who I am today, for one. But I wouldn't be so successful. Like I had a scholarship where Warren Buffett was a part of it, and it pretty much was a full ride scholarship. If it wasn't for him, like it'd be difficult for me to move around the states so much for my career. And then I'm bipolar, so like hospital bills, like holy shit. Like if I didn't have that money saved up, like so I already had the resources. I already had a good like support system, but I'm talking about people that don't, right? And these like communities of poverty, like where they're more likely to maybe make bad decisions. Like we don't. This is why I think if we had more money to have resources for these types of people, right, to give them an opportunity to succeed, we can definitely like make a change with it. And who needs $1 billion? No one. Who needs $1 million? No one. Oh, he left. I didn't even. No, let's debate. I'm sorry. Hey, I appreciate you coming up and just talking about all this stuff. It's really interesting to talk to new people with information like this to help me help educate myself on these matters. Um, cool. Appreciate you, man. We have, I think, one person in the guest box. Let's see who it is. Mr. Jones. Hello, hello.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, I'm doing okay. What's been on your mind lately?
I honestly do not understand the overall battle, like the left and the right. To me, it like ultimately the way I look at it, we're going to get the same result, I guess, if you want to say that.
What do you mean by that same result?
The left and the right ultimately come up with the same thing.
What thing?
War, inflation, the meaning of what it means to be an American, left and right, ultimately do the same thing at the end of the day.
Has there? I don't. I could be wrong, but has there been a war, like that America was going into war with a Democratic president?
Uh,
I could be
Wait,
wrong.
can you say that again? Can you say that again?
Has there been a war taking place with a Democratic president? Was Obama? Were we in war when Obama was in?
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, I don't know. Look, when it comes to politics, I don't know too much about it. Um, I don't know
No,
all
I'm
the
not super
things.
political either. I'm not trying to like
Right.
attack your political
No, no,
beliefs at
no.
all.
You're fine. You're fine. I appreciate you just talking and just sharing your thoughts in general. Um, I don't know what to think about that because it'd be interesting to talk with more people, like talk with politicians to like understand their mindset more. or even just like educate myself more on people's stuff that they talk about. I just don't know too much about it to really say much about what you're bringing up because I just don't know.
And that's how I know you are a good person, because that like literally, dude, like, bro, like politics, all this left, right, like the whole battle, like everybody complaining about this or that. Man, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I
Well,
promise you, it does not.
I think, man, I think a problem, and I talked with some people about this in the past, is I think we have an issue with not being able to say I don't know. Sometimes people want to be right.
Exactly. Yes, I love that. I love that you said that, because I don't know, man. A lot of it, I don't know, and I'm okay with that.
And there's great power to that because the more you know, the more you don't know.
And you know what? If you disagree with me on something, and I don't, and I have a feeling about it, say I'm wrong, and I'm arguing with you, I'll say, you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I actually don't know, and then you can correct me if you have real facts. Like, I think a lot of the problem is a lot of people are like just misinformed, or they're in echo chambers and they have opinions. But I have like friends in multiple different, like I have friends that are Republican or Democrat or whatever.
Yeah,
Uh, but it's fun to like talk to them about problems. I like hearing about it, because then I get a better feeling on what's right or wrong. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and cuss somebody out or feel a certain way. To me, it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to learn from everybody in the culture around me, and it's like, you don't have to get mad. It's okay. Like, you can say I don't know. I can be on the fence on a subject. It doesn't make me bad.
right. It's really interesting. I had a point to make. Uh, God damn it! I'm sorry. It just eluded, went away.
No, so you had a point to make about like right or wrong, or like what do you
Um,
feel about like how do you feel about the general vibe of the politics right now going on?
Sad.
I do too.
It's a
I feel,
joke.
yeah.
It's like absurd in a way. It's like I see just like what the fuck was Trump doing posting an AI photo of him being Jesus? Like what is going on in his brain to want to do that in
And
the first place?
I agree. I agree 100%. And I'm not super left, I'm not super right, but I grew up in Texas, and I work in the oil industry and all that. I'd like to go farther than that, but there's I voted Trump last election. It's not because I like Trump. I don't like any of the Democrats, and I don't like any of the Republicans. But like, when you have to choose, I mean, it's like, and you get made feel bad because you didn't go to an election, or you didn't do this, or you didn't do that. And then if you don't vote, then that's another thing people can use against you. If you do vote, they can use it against you.
Right, right.
Ultimately, it's all kind of like BS. Like the electoral college, I live in Texas. I knew it was going to be a red state. I could not vote for the enemy, whatever they say the enemy is. Um, it's not going to change. It's the electoral college. So if you want to get real with it and you want to actually have a real conversation, then it doesn't matter who I voted for or what any of it means, because it doesn't. I mean, it's not my interpretation.
Yeah, I think like depending on where you live, like sometimes it doesn't really matter as much as like the swing states.
Swing
It's
states, yes.
it seems like everything's predicated on those ones succeeding or not succeeding, depending on which side you're on. And I don't know about electoral college. I think there might be a better solution to. This might be an interesting solution to it. Is
I
like
think so too.
being able to vote for up to three people, and maybe get like a different party into play instead of just having two. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how that could be implemented, and I don't know if that's even going to happen in 2028. Like, it's obviously not going to happen, but like, but how that would be implemented in the first place is one thing. Um, I don't know. and I was living in Nebraska at the time, and there's 3 districts, I think that's what they call it. It's so different than the other states, but the one I was living in is like the cities like that, like Lincoln and Omaha, and they tend to vote blue. So I'm like, well, my vote, I just I didn't vote, but if I would, it would be for Kamala. But
Okay, fun
it's
fact. Do you know the last time a Democrat president has been voted back to back? Like you've had one Democrat president and then another Democrat has been voted after that into office.
when
When
was
was
that?
the last time?
I have no idea. It
Okay,
seems
so
to like
think.
it seems to alternate.
Well, yes, that's my point. Okay, so think back. Like think okay, so we had Biden, Trump, Obama, we had George Bush, we had Clinton. Like continue back. Like how far back were two Democrats voted back to back?
I don't know. I'm not educated on the history
It's
with a lot of
the
things.
reason it's so tough is because it happened in the 1800s.
Oh damn. Okay. Well, when's the
It was
last?
like I
When's
think
the
it was
last?
I
Go ahead.
okay, I think it was 1857.
Okay.
I think that was the last year there were two Democrats voted back to back.
When was the last time for Republicans?
I think that one was. I think that was the George Bush. I think it was when George Bush was voted in, but that was controversial.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So yeah, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, Ronald Reagan. So Ronald Reagan and Bush. George H.W.
Okay,
Bush.
yeah, Bush. Look up the last time Democrats were voted back to back. Okay, I know there were also assassinations. There were people that died at office, stuff like that. I'm talking solely about voted back to back.
Let's see. Democrats voted back to back. Last time a Democrat was elected to directly succeed another elected Democrat president was 1856. James Bushnell
1856, I was close.
was elected to follow Franklin Pierce. I haven't even heard about these guys before. Is that bad? I swear.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. But like you actually should learn about them because I think it's important to know like where the United States came from and why we think the way we think and the history of that. Like so people will think that the United States came from a Christianity like viewpoint
No.
and
Right.
well that's how it's taught in schools. I know that you're smart. You kind of like get it. But a lot of
Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. But a lot of people would think like like the United States came from a Christian background. Like even though we had the difference in church and state, and the government was trying to get away from that, a lot of the people in power at the time were Christians. So our Constitution was written from like a Christian standpoint, and it highly reflected the Ten Commandments.
I never knew
And
that.
I love that. I love that about the U.S. Constitution. I'm not a Christian. I grew up Christian, and I went to the
Right.
church every day, and I like the U.S. Constitution. But the creators of the Constitution and the writers of that did not like Christianity. They did not like religion at all. In fact, like for example, Andrew Jackson. He tore up a Bible on the front of the front of the U.S. like White House, whatever Capitol building. I don't know
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
was. He tore up a Bible and he wrote his own Bible, and it's on display in the Smithsonian Museum. You can go read it right
Nice.
now.
That's interesting. I never knew about that. I knew the founding
It's
fathers weren't all like on board with Christianity.
well, they believed in other religions or had their own personal beliefs, and some of them did believe in Christianity. And I think it's a good like basis. So I'm not even like hating on it at all. And I was raised in a Christian church, Christian family.
Yeah,
But
same here.
like when you start learning about the overall arc of humanity and what means things to people, it's like you, our government should not be intertangled with religion. You
Yes,
can't have that.
I agree. I agree. I believe when it comes to religion or spirituality in general, like we shouldn't impose or try to is impose the right word? We shouldn't try to like force or like project our beliefs onto other people. Like I think people ought to find that out on their own in their own way.
I agree with you. I would like you to elaborate on that. Like, why do you think not?
It can well, I mean, power like control for one. We can control people with religion. We see that, but for other reasons too. It's for me. I'm agnostic, but I lean spiritually, and there's I should probably just say I'm a theist, but I'm still agnostic because I think that's a better place to put it because I don't know for sure if there's a God or not. But I practice my life in such a way where it could be true because it gets me to a destination. It helps regulate my emotions and in just different psychological ways that unlocks my mind to behave in this world accordingly. And it's not like I have my own story I tell myself, right? Um, but I'm not gonna tell my story and be like, hey, you ought to believe this or else. It's one of those things where I believe, like if you wanted to, you could share your idea if you were a theist or not, or like because like or and then I could share mine and then we can like subjectively take that in and put puzzle pieces together and figure out what we're doing together as two people, right? And then from there we can progress and branch out and share these ideas more. And I think this is why vulnerably being open with people I think is important, so we can progress as human beings. Um, are you like atheist or agnostic or spiritual or religious?
No, I was about to like start laughing because like, dude, I think the same way you do. Like, it's so funny. Like
That's
the way
awesome.
you, yeah, like it. When you say like, do I believe in God? Am I an atheist? Am I? To me, it's that's a hard question to answer. I feel the same way as you. Like it's like sure there could be something, and I don't understand it. And I grew up going to church, and like I've read the Bible, I've read the Quran, I've read like I've looked into Hinduism. I decide I was with the church at some point, and then at another point I started writing stuff, kind of like I'm an artist, so I've made music and produced and stuff,
Dude, no
and
way.
then
Okay, nice.
yeah, and so, but then you start thinking about stuff like philosophically, like if I'm writing a short story, like it it gets deeper. So like I don't know if you've ever read the story The Egg.
It sounds
Um,
familiar, but I'd like to hear it from
it's a
you.
short story, but it's okay. So like The Egg is basically like I forget who wrote it. It's a famous short story. If you Google The Egg right now, you'll be able to. It's not a long passage, but it's basically about like being like reborn and like from the perspective of God. And I so basically like I had a project. I was supposed to write something like profound, and I found this story, The Egg, and then I wrote a prequel to The Egg about like what happened leading up to this short story.
What was that one about? If you don't mind talking about it.
It was about a guy that went through a car accident. Well, okay, this is not what The Egg is. The egg will be like the result of this, but it's from being like first person perspective. You are in a car accident, and you experience dying slowly in a car that's on fire, and you're slowly passing away, and you're thinking about your family and your sisters and everything you've earned up to this point, and you're slowly passing away, and you're thinking about everything. And then I wrote that prequel to the sequel. Well, it's not a sequel because the person who wrote that doesn't know me, but
Yeah.
I wrote the prequel to that, which is The Egg, which is then dying and looking back at everything that happened afterwards,
Hmm.
at like in the afterlife, and you're thinking about this. And it's like when I died, I was not a happy person. I did not have money. I didn't have anything saved up, but it was all worth it for whatever reason you apply to it.
Yeah. Interesting. I think it'd be interesting if like there is an afterlife. We get stats on our life, like how many steps did we walk, or how long of poop did we Like how many times can poop wrap around the earth that we pooped? I don't know. Just
Dude, I want to. Yes, yeah, I want to see all that too.
right, right.
Like, like how much poop did I make? Like, how many swimming pools could I fill up with poop?
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I've always thought that was an interesting idea. So like with your prequel, so it's like the character dies, and but they're looking back at their life and like being thankful for or like grateful for like what happened, even though they weren't feeling the best when they died.
Well, the story I wrote, anyways, I don't know how I would react in that situation because I wrote a character that did stuff I would not do.
Yeah.
So like the beginning of it, dude, I could send you the Google Doc of my entire thing I wrote. Like
If
if
you
you want to,
want,
yeah, I actually might because I'm not embarrassed of it. It's a cool story, and I tried really hard with it. But the uh, the basic premises of it is that he left his wife's house, and I didn't go into detail about anything that happened in the house. He was obviously in an argument with his wife, and like the first thing it opens up with him in the car leaving the driveway, and his knuckles are bruised.
oh man, okay.
That's
So
all I
like,
put.
so you can like imply that something bad happened.
So yes, it implies what happened. I don't write what he exactly did,
And I think
but
that's strong storytelling because visually showing something is better than well, I mean you can show that
I love
right,
doing that.
but
Like,
I think like
yes, yeah.
a subtle way that's not completely obvious, but it hints at something happening. I think is great storytelling. Visually
So
storytelling is the
like
best.
good writers, like why would like I love to write. I have a 1942 typewriter in my room. Like I
Dude,
love typing.
hell yeah.
I have it was actually owned by the Nazis. And it has the like Nazi logo in it.
Okay,
I do not identify with any of that. I hate that and everything.
right.
I'm a historian though, and I love the history of everything.
Yeah,
And if I can use that tool to write something cool, then I will do it.
that's fantastic.
It's stuff like that. I will throw things in there from past cultural involvement or wars or conflict or history. I love all of it. Um, I think it's our duty as like the human civilization to create beauty out of that.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not going to take a particular side on the current situation because I don't understand it. I think a lot of people are being taken advantage of through who you live around or what you buy or what you do.
right.
I think a lot of it is kind of like, come on, real historians, real writers. Come on, I see you smiling. Like you know what what is going on. You get it.
Yeah, I think going back to your storytelling, I think that's fantastic that you like to write and just create new ideas. But it's like really, it's like the stories we tell ourselves is so important, right? And I think if we can like create a story together, like as humans that we all can collectively get behind, like what does that look like? And it's very utopian idea, but I think like with religion in a sense, we can like use them as stepping stones to get to the next idea, right? Because like when it comes going back to like the God idea, like we can use God as like a tool in a sense to like abstract a greater thing, and it helps us get to a destination to maybe find that out in the future. But I think the more we share ideas together, I think it's more possible, and I think it's fantastic that you write your own stories. I think that's fantastic.
I love doing it. Okay, let me ask you this: do you like Star Wars?
The original trilogy, I love. I really enjoyed watching those. The prequels, whew, uh, I liked the fight at the end of what was it called?
Episode 3, The
Yeah,
Revenge
episode.
of the Sith.
Yeah, we're. I was gonna say Empire Strikes Back, right? But it's Revenge of the Sith, I think.
I
Um,
had the high ground.
yeah. But
Yeah.
no, there's a fight with Yoda, and then the music that plays. I can really appreciate the world building of Star Wars, and like the music is fantastic, of course. I just I'm not like a geek and a fan of it, like a huge fan, but I can appreciate what like George Lucas was doing. It was like innovation, technological innovation with visual
Right,
effects,
right.
and that's where ILM started, Industrial Light and Magic, which is a visual effects in studio.
Okay, so I'll say this: the reason I like Star Wars is not because of like it's not because of the lightsabers or the special effects. Like okay, like a lot of movies can do that, but where I'm getting at is like the politics of Star Wars. I love where it's the separatists versus versus democracy versus empires,
Mhm.
uh all of these factors, and then a love story thrown in there, and then you get to see like a good guy who loves a girl, wants to save her, getting turned to like the dark side, like kind of like more imperial mindset. It's political, it's religious, it's like it has almost everything. You can take anything from Star Wars, which is why I love it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can see that.
but then Disney comes in
Ooh no.
and it ruined the whole thing for me.
Yeah, the what was it when they created the first, like the third Death Star or something like that, and then I don't know, like they brought what's his face back, the evil guy came back like somehow, right? Like through
And
through magic.
I'm not gonna lie, I like some of what Disney did. I like the shows. The Mandalorian was cool for the first two seasons, anyways. Then it started getting like, you blew it out.
Yeah,
Or like the Acolyte. I like the Acolyte.
I never heard about that one.
Um,
Wait, is that one with the orange person? Like with the
the
guy?
Acolyte was like you know the twins. Like it was like two black girls, and they were
Hmm.
like twins.
I don't know. I don't know. I never. Let me look it up. Let me see. I've heard Andor is really good. Have you seen that?
The Acolyte was cool. They canceled it, but it had one season, and I thought it was cool, but then they canceled it.
I
But
never even heard of this before. This is crazy.
yeah, the Acolyte was, dude. There's so many cool lightsaber fights in that.
Okay.
And like the Sith was super dope. Like that when he came out of the woods, he was wearing a mask, breathing crazy. Like he seemed scary. Like it was like that's cool.
Nice.
And the lightsaber fights, I like that. And I'm a hardcore Star Wars fan,
Hmm.
but I'm not going to consider the Acolyte canon because it's just not real. Same way I don't consider episode 7, 8, 9. I don't consider that canon. Uh, I just
Yeah.
don't.
I
It
feel
just
like
dropped the ball. I don't like it.
like holding up that like piece of the puzzle or whatever, and it like perfectly matched up to the ship that was crashed or something like that. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
it's like what?
We saw episode 6. It blew up into microbits. Like that thing blew up.
Oh, was it the Death Star? That's what that was.
The Death Star.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's right. That's right. You're bringing back my memory with it because I don't. It's been so long, dude. I went to film school and I didn't see Star Wars until like sophomore year with my sister over Christmas break, and people were giving me so much shit. I'm like, dude, I have not. I just haven't had the interest, you know.
But okay, I don't hate that Disney uh made more Star Wars. I just wish they knew what they were, the culture they were making these movies for. Because like you can't have a piece of the Death Star crashed on a planet and do it. That's not in the lore. We already knew the whole thing was blown to bits. It's over.
Right.
Stop doing that.
I didn't even think
Like
about that.
Anakin, like if you look over the overall story from day one, Anakin came back around as Darth Vader and threw the Chancellor or Darth Sidious over the compound and killed him. You can't bring him back. Oh my God, he has clones now. He made a copy of himself. You can't bring that back. No, that ruins the whole plot. Everything. You can't call Palpatine's granddaughter a Skywalker.
Oh.
How are you gonna do that? How were you like that's a dude, I literally got up out of the theater and walked out. I couldn't believe it. I was sick to my
No.
stomach. I was
Seriously?
sick. Yes. I
What
went
episode
and
is that?
saw it.
Is that the ninth one?
The ninth one, yes. At the end
Yeah.
of the ninth one, I was
Okay.
so livid. I was
I
so mad.
I didn't realize they made Ray his daughter. I must have not connected the dots there.
So Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter.
But she's also a
That is
Skywalker.
100. No, okay. She called herself a Skywalker at the end. She claimed Skywalker.
Oh.
She's not blood related at all.
What the heck? That's so odd. I don't remember. I don't remember that. I remember she was like in the original place in the sand dunes or whatever, and then like she
Yes,
gets
I
like that
love the
shot of her at
beginning.
the end.
I loved how it started, but she is not a Skywalker. Like that's
Was
like, come on.
was it
That's not
JJ Abrams that did that?
J.J. Abrams. Yes, he did the first. The problem was there was not one director for all three. They switched directors.
Right. Which
And then
I
it switched
yeah.
the writers, and then it switched the story. Like, okay, the clone trooper. Who's that black guy that played the clone trooper? What's his name?
I know who you're talking about. Let me look him up. Skywalker. No, not Skywalker. But I'm looking up Rise of Skywalker. Sure, that's one of them. And we're gonna go to Finn. Is his name?
Yeah, Finn. Okay, yeah, the guy who played Finn. He had a whole story arc of him having a crush on the girl, Rey, and
Okay.
like there was like for the first two movies, they'd get in situations he'd be about to die. He'd be like, "I love you," and then he would like get out of it somehow, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I don't know what we're talking about." Okay, so this whole story arc where he has a crush on her and all that, it never amounted to anything.
I think I remember that. Yeah, like it just kind of just threw away that idea, and just like nothing happened
It
from it,
did
right?
that whole story arc didn't go anywhere. So that's like, why are you putting all of this dialogue into these multi-million-dollar movies and that story arc doesn't go anywhere? That's one example.
Right, right. I think there's also the problem of Star Wars is such a like a beloved thing, and before like the sequels, no, the 7th and 8th and 9th episode came out. It's like there's a lot of high expectations. It's like make it good, right? I can see that being difficult to do, but I agree they kind of like with the storytelling aspect with what you're talking about.
The
From what I
thing is, I
remember,
don't think. Okay, let me calm down. I'm sorry.
you're okay.
Let me
No,
calm
no,
down.
you're fine. You're fine.
But let me say that I don't think it would be that hard. I think there's a lot of really hardcore Star Wars fans, and we had a lot of really cool ideas off the rip what you could do after those, like after episode 6, and you can grow on that universe, and it doesn't have to be about the main characters. Like you didn't have to like kill off Han Solo. You didn't have to do that to him. You didn't have to do that to Luke. Like you didn't have to make Leia look like that. There could have been
Right.
so many things you could have made that would have been such a cherry on top, and they did not do it.
What would have pleased you as a fan, and as since you're a writer, what would you think would be good
Okay, this is what I think.
story? Okay.
Okay, if I were to honestly, I would have not made a sequel series. I would have not done that. I would have not made 7, 8, and 9. What I would have done is go back in time and made 3 more movies that were ahead of episode 1
Oh,
that
wow.
led up to the beginning of the Jedi Council.
Interesting.
And it would have been so much more interesting because I could have made my own characters, made them have their own plot, their own storyline that all had to do with the upbringing of the Jedi Council. I would not have to capitalize on what George Lucas did or his characters or anything like that.
Right.
And you can make something super like unique. Like you can introduce more ships, different technology that wasn't evolved at the time, different Jedi. It wouldn't have to like fit into like that story.
So you wouldn't bring any like old or new characters, old characters, well, new characters back?
I think I would at the end. I think I would have Yoda.
Oh.
I would
okay.
definitely. I would have Yoda as a youngling. I
Yeah,
think
nice.
Yoda as a youngling, and then I would have like I think I would still have Palpatine in there, but he's like a really really young like boy.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, I like that idea. To see how he like developed into like that's like it's like interesting with what I think about like how we're all shaped by our environment. I think as kids that bring us into being how we act as adults. I'm gonna be interested to like dive deep into like his upbringing. You know,
right, and then like Plagueis is alive at that time, like Darth Plagueis the Wise. You know how he says that in like Episode 3.
I don't
You could
remember
make
that.
Darth. Okay, so like in Revenge of the Sith, and Anakin comes and meets Palpatine, and Palpatine's like basically explaining how he can save his wife from like the like dying in childbirth.
Okay,
And he's like, "Have you ever heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise?" And he's like, "It's not a story the Jedi would tell you, but all this." So you can make a movie about like back when Darth Plagueis, before Chancellor Palpatine, who was Darth Sidious, murdered Chancellor Palpatine in his sleep. You
okay,
could make a whole story about like before, like when Chancellor Palpatine was in training to his master on the dark side, and the Jedi were in their early days. You can make it like almost like an episode of Cops. Like you go door to door busting people, you pull people over. They have stuff like that. That's what the Jedi were. They
okay.
were police officers. Like you
Interesting.
need to make them, yeah, you need to make them like police officers, and that's what the movie needs to be like. And then it could be like any like cop movie you've ever seen.
Have you ever thought about writing for film and TV, or like what's your like goal with writing, or like even a novel?
I am writing a novel.
Dude,
Um,
nice.
I've been doing that for the last decade.
Okay,
Um, but I don't tell a lot of people about what's in that novel
that's
because I
okay.
want to keep it like separate. But at
Definitely.
the same, I actually I have already written for a few movies
What?
and
No
shows
way,
and video games and
dude. You're
yeah,
amazing. That's awesome. Well,
yeah.
it's good. I worked in the film industry on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the Marvels, and a few other TV shows, movies. So good to meet you, Mr.
No, good.
Hands.
I mean, great to meet you too. But no, I don't like to I don't I don't want to flex anything I've done, but I do. I've contributed to a lot of stuff.
Dude,
But
that's awesome.
I actually don't even want to be known. I don't want to know any. I don't want anybody to know who I am. But
Yeah, yeah. Understandable.
I write a lot.
Yeah. What's your tips for writing for like beginners or like people that want to get into it?
It's hard to give advice right now
That's okay.
because the landscape's changing. Uh, Anybody can get help. You have instant access to any information. In my opinion, I say just get creative
Hmm.
because like get three almost like theatrical. Get three theatrical. Like start writing short stories about the way it makes you feel instead of like the facts. Like make like art representations through text.
Okay.
um because it, we're cooked. Like you have to understand we're cooked,
In what ways? In what ways? I'm curious.
bro. We are cooked. AI,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
all
I
of
know it's
this, like,
it's concerning.
and I love AI. I will use AI to do all kinds of stuff. My write expense reports. It can type it up immediately for me, so I can send to different businesses, or I can like work more effectively. And used to, that's something you would pay somebody to do, and now I can
Right.
do it for free instantly if you just know how to use the internet effectively.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so it is kind of like I love it for the utility, but I hate it for the creativity. because I'm a very creative person, but I at the same time I think it's going to destroy a lot.
Yeah, it's
Um,
so
it,
yeah, it's kind of concerning within at least like with visual effects and animation, which is what I do. Look, it's not to that point yet because like we pixel fuck stuff on the screen to get to what the director and the clients want, right, and supervisors, and it's not necessarily to that point, but who knows what's gonna do in like a year, 5 years, 10 years, and you know if the people that are making the decisions about if it cost one person to like prompt the AI to do this compared to hire 20 artists, like they're gonna pick the cheaper option. It just all comes down to money. So I think there's a lot of ethical dilemmas we run into with AI, not only in my industry, but like within a bunch of other groups too.
wait, so what are you like? If I can ask, like what do you do?
So I'm a 3D artist, just more of a generalist in some aspects. So I've worked on virtual reality applications. I've worked at some military bases to help train the army. I've I worked in the film industry for 8 months and then got laid off by Disney. Shucks. But I'm more of a generalist when it comes to 3D, and I do visual effects, of course, and compositing, which is not so much the effects, but compositing and like rotoscoping and whatnot, camera tracking, just kind of all over the place with that. But I love what I do. I'm not currently working for 3D right now due to like things that happened in my life in the past. But I actually just had a recruiter reach out to me on Friday, and I hope I can have an interview next week. So yeah, that's what I do.
Are you still like working on your craft, like making like videos or?
I've kind of been burnt out, man. I burnt myself out in college making an animated short. I was the only 3D artist working on this 5 minute short, which I wanted, and I wrote it and directed it and had a crew of like sound people doing stuff and a composer, and and it was a lot, and I literally killed myself just like mentally and physically. It wasn't good. I just stressed the shit out of myself, and that's the first time I burnt myself out before even getting into the industry. And then once I got into the industry, I burnt out again for another reason I can get into. But it just I've been burnt out like 3 times in my career, and I think I know how to navigate myself better now. Like I think I just need to. Well, I don't know. Sometimes and I don't even know how to get into this, but it's not like a passion anymore. It's more just work, which sucks, but it's okay because I'm more fascinated with like talking to people right now and psychology and how that works and philosophy and I'm finding new passion in stuff like that. So I've really been enjoying doing that. And having like a greater purpose to what I'm doing right now on TikTok is, we're both talking about ideas, but we can like figure out what we're doing on Earth together and like progress. And like what you've explained to me and talked about, like it's helping me just being social. I'm getting my social reps for like, and that's going to impact how I talk with people in the future, right? So I think that's what I think. And I don't know if I'm just rambling at this point.
Okay, okay. No, no, I like it. I fucking love that, dude. Okay, so what do you like if you could create anything, right? Like what would you want to do? Like what do you want to like would you make a movie? Do you want to be a part of an album? Do you want to be a part of like a big ad campaign for a company? Do you want to like help build like a product? Like uh like like what would you love to do?
I want to talk to people more to understand the human, like what consciousness is, how it emerges and develops, and what we can do to make people more aware of who they are as individuals. And I believe maybe I don't know. I really don't know the science behind science in general, but I'm not a scientist. But I wonder if there's a way we can help people in a way to create narratives in their lives that's entertaining, like a new technology in a sense that helps them navigate their own traumas in a unique way that we craft for them to bring them out of that trauma and to become better people. And I don't know what that means. This is just a really abstract idea. Um, but I believe storytelling elements can play a big factor into that. I don't know how that works. I don't know if AI is going to be involved with that. But if we can really like figure out why human brain thinks the way it does, and like guide them through it with a visual. I don't know how that looks like, but it's like I need to talk to the right people that study the brain. I need to learn more about the brain, and I don't know if it's even possible to begin with, but that's
Well, that's why I like stories like Star Wars a lot, because it doesn't matter what the brain thinks. There might be another civilization on a different planet that thinks about it completely different, but
right.
you can write about them both, and you can have the opinions of like the Martians and the people, and then write a story about them coming together, despite what they think, or like it's like so it's like dude, I wish people could think like me and you. I honestly think that,
Right.
because
Yes,
it's sad. It's just sad.
it is. But I think the more we like, I'm just I don't know how this is gonna work. I only have like 20 followers, but if I ever get big, I want to show people how to model healthy dialogues, right? Like this, and I think letting my thought just be vulnerable, like just letting my thoughts out vulnerably. Like I don't know what I'm really getting at with this, but I've been like what I'm saying right now. Of course, I've been trying to really externalize my thoughts more. Like I walk in the back where I live, and I just like talk to myself sometimes. I have these characters in my head that I talk to, or characters being like real people in my life, but like I've made them like a part of my mind and integrated them in such a way where I would talk to them, but like as I talk to them, I also give them advice, but then I take the advice for myself, and it's helped me kind of put that into some sort of what like kinder thinking, like how to treat myself kinder. Um, but I think I'm just rambling at this point. I'm sorry. And it's also late. I'm just like holy shit. Um, but yeah, I think the more we just share our thoughts, I think we're more similar than we really think at times, and and yeah, sorry, I'm just rambling.
I agree with you though. We are similar. Everybody like most people on planet Earth. We just want everybody to have a good time. That's it. Like
Yeah,
period.
I think for the most part, people have their own selfish intents sometimes, um, and it gets complicated. Like I don't wish my past on anyone, right? But if it wasn't for the good and the bad people in my life, I wouldn't be who I am today, right? And I'm very honestly
Right.
proud. I'm really. It sounds weird to say, but I'm proud of who I am. Like 1 year ago, if you told me I'm gonna be on TikTok live, I'd be like, hell no, dude, no. This guy, no. Like I was
And you
really
look
pushing.
good too.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But it's been such a journey. This past year and a half or so, I really became more confident just in who I am as a person, and I got people to thank for that. But it's always been in me too, and yeah, it's just the reason for being on live right now is trumping my anxiety. But I don't even have anxiety like I used to anymore. Like I've overcome that in such a way where like I'm not really socially anxious anymore, and I'm an awkward person sometimes, which I kind of just
Wait, do you
accept.
live? Wait, do you live in the Northwest?
I'm in Kansas City.
I was like, I was really thinking you were in like Oregon or Washington. Like that
Oh
was what
man,
I was like hoping.
right. It'd be fun to travel over there sometime just to be in nature. That's one thing. I mean, well, there's good places here in
Wait, are you
Kansas
from
City.
the East?
I'm from Nebraska originally.
Oh, okay. So you're like middle.
Why? Why do you? Why would you ask about the East, or why do
No,
you think
I'm
that?
just no reason. I was just wondering, but like you seem like you'd like really thrive on like the West Coast.
Yeah, I lived in Los Angeles for well, I had it was like 8 months, um, and events happened, but I was working remotely from my apartment, which was fucking hell, dude. I was so isolated. I wasn't treating myself very well, and just mentally, I was like not in a good place. and like I just was isolating. Like the only time I got outside was during lunch to walk around. But when I did get the chance, I went to the Arboretum, I think in Burbank. It was nice to get out in nature. That's what I love about like I've been moving around the United States 4 times. No, yeah, 4 times in the past 5 years. Dude, I just need to settle down, man. I just want a stable job, which I'm hoping I'm getting next week, and that makes good money, of course, where I can find a damn girlfriend, man. I'm 28 and I haven't dated anyone. It's time. I've worked on myself
Bro, I'm
enough.
27.
Oh, dude, nice. Okay,
Okay, and I don't have a girlfriend.
it's okay. Have you ever had a girlfriend before?
Yeah, I did. I dated a girl for I guess I dated her for 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And then she had enough of me. I guess she had enough. I don't know. I loved her, but I'm not gonna say anything bad about her. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, she was like, I need a man who's gonna have money and this and that, and left me, and I was like, all right.
Ah. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. But then the year she left me, I got a good job. I started making money. Now I have a good job. I have a good trade. I know how to
Hell yeah.
build stuff. I build hydraulics. I work with power plants, oil
Oh,
fields,
dude.
mining
Whoa.
companies,
Okay. So what do you what
and
do you oh, go ahead.
no, okay, wait, what were you gonna ask me?
What do you do for them? Like what kind of what how do you describe your day in a life?
So I'll wake up probably like 6 7. I didn't want to say 6 7, but I
You're
wake up
good.
about six. I wake up about 6 7. I go to work.
This is great. You're
That's
great, man.
it's so stupid.
No,
It's
you're
so
fine.
dumb.
You're great. You're great. I really appreciate you, man. I think just having conversations like this, it's like it just this is a good way to end the night, just talking to people. And I appreciate you for just coming up. Like I'm gonna wrap it up because it's getting late for me. But
All right.
I
Well,
appreciate you
okay.
coming up. Like, dude, anytime if you see me live again, I'd be more than happy to
Wait,
hang
hold
out.
on. I'm gonna follow you right now. I'm gonna
Yeah,
follow you.
I think I follow. Yeah, I think yes, follow. Yes, Hunter Jones. Awesome, dude. You're great. I appreciate all your
Yeah.
ideas and you just being open, sharing them with me and listening to. So it's been a great night. So I appreciate you for being a part of
Oh
it.
yeah, dude. Have a good night. Love you,
You too,
dude.
man. Love you too, man. You're amazing.
All right. Peace.
Take care. Bye bye. All right, folks. And with that, I appreciate you. There's 4 people listening. This is amazing. Thank you so much for just hanging out with us. I hope you guys have a fantastic night and maybe beyond tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Holy mackerel, guys. Holy moly. You know what is so cool about this? It's just learning and meeting new people. And I'm getting shivers right now, right here. Like this is freaking awesome. That guy writes for Hollywood in novels. And who would have known? The people you meet on here is one thing, right? I don't know. This is really cool. I don't know. We're gonna end this, Brady, but it's 12:22. Holy shit! I haven't stayed up this late in a long time. But it's time to go to bed, guys. And I need to go pee first because I drink almost 32 ounces of water in the last 2 hours. So we're gonna go pee and we're gonna go sleep. But I appreciate you guys for watching.